All right, for all the men out there like me with alopecia, what are our options? Obviously, if you know my two brows by now, you know that men, women, children, we all have options to do temporary eyebrow tattoos like we sell at My Two Brows. But what about other things? You know, like our head hair. Are we just expected to be bald and be cool with it because we're men? Well, a lot of people say that we should just be able to be cool with it because we're men, but I don't necessarily agree with that at all. So what are options as men with alopecia? Yeah, sure. The first option that everybody seems to say to us is, oh, you can just be bald and look like Bruce Willis or something like The Rock. I don't agree with that because Bruce Willis, The Rock, these guys usually have, even though they're bald, they have hair stubble, they have facial hair, they have eyebrows, so it doesn't necessarily look like they're actually bald the same way that somebody with alopecia looks when they're bald. So I think that is a little bit ridiculous when people say that we should just be okay with it because we look fine as men because we're bald and we're lucky that we're men anyways. I don't agree with that. But being, I guess, if you are okay with being bald, that is an option. But there are other options. And I would say that if you have no hair left whatsoever, like alopecia totalis or universalis, which I had for a long time, I had universalis. I have a little bit of hair coming back now on top, as you can see, but it's still not that thick. But if you, for example, let's say you have no head hair, but you have facial hair, okay, then that could be a pretty decent look, I think. So if you were to grow a pretty decent beard, even though you're bald on top, that could be a great look as well. If you can't do that, you can see I have some fake facial hair on right now. You can take something, face paint, okay? Normal face paint, something called a stipple sponge, okay? And you take that, and you can create fake facial hair for yourself, and it can look pretty realistic, provided you don't make it look too thick, okay? Look at that. So it looks like I have a 5 o'clock shadow. You can do that all over your face. So essentially it's just makeup like girls do, right? So if you want, you can be a bald guy with a 5 o'clock shadow or with a wig 5 o'clock shadow as well. I do this quite often. Nobody's ever noticed. So consider it. Now, if you have alopecia areata, that is to say some of your hair is missing, where is your hair missing? If you're missing hair on top around here, but you have full sides of hair, honestly, what I would do if I were you is I would just get a toupee. You can shave the top of your head, or if you're missing a lot of hair on top, you can shave that all off and just glue a toupee to the top of your head, and it can last for a couple weeks on end, and then you can get it cut to blend in with the side hair. I would totally do that if I could, but you can see that me, I have the opposite problem. My hair doesn't really grow on the sides so much. It's patchy, but I have more on top. So a toupee option doesn't really work for me. So somebody in a case like me where you have more hair on top and not so much on the sides, you can try a different type of hairstyle. Like me, for example, in this case, I'm trying to make it look like I'm trying to rock more of kind of a mohawk look. You can try something like that so you can play around with your hairstyles and maybe make it look like you're trying to do something different on purpose. That's another option as well. I'd say though, if you're having patches of hair everywhere, you're missing hair on the top and on the sides and it's just gone too far, yeah, you're probably gonna end up wanting to shave it, and then if you don't have hair here or there, perhaps a wig is a decent option. And it is an option. I wore a wig for at least 5 years. I still have a wig, and I wear it from time to time as well. So, and then you can get different hairstyles for that as well, and you can get it cut. So if you get a wig, I'd suggest getting a custom wig, okay, rather than just a generic one, and they can be custom fit to your head. And then you can get the hairstyle that you wish, and you can get it right down to short hairstyle for work or something like that. So those are kind of the options. For wigs, they're kind of a pain in the ass in that they can be hot, sweaty, a little bit itchy, but I'd say it's worth it if you don't have any hair to at least have a wig and be able to wear it when you choose to. Anyway, this is what it looks like when it's a custom cap. So it's customized to my head, and you can just slip it on. You don't even need to use tape. This one I asked to have a little bit of a longer shaggy look. I went to a hairdresser too to do it, so it was cheaper. And then you can brush it or however you want. And now I kind of look like a rocker dude, you know? So that's what it can look like with a wig. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody can tell I walk around with this all the time. I just had it on when I was out food shopping. Then you can even, enhance the fake beard and everything, and you can look like a completely different person if you want. So that's it. Those are the options. You have options if you lost your hair as a man. You certainly do. And then, like I said, temporary eyebrow tattoos, obviously for my two brows like I'm wearing right here, are awesome for the brows. Beyond that, you can change your hairstyle around. You can get a toupee, you can get a wig, or you can rock bald if you choose to, or you can rock bald with fake facial hair if you don't have any as well. That's an option as well. Like I said, with some face paint and a stipple sponge. So yeah. If you lost your brows and you want a realistic looking solution that's super easy and simple to apply, click the link in the description, go to mytwobrows.com and get your free sample pack to be able to figure out which brow looks best on your face in one of the 5 sizes, 5 styles, and 11 colors we carry.